since we said bye to... Still no news about Rerir, though. If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he stirred up before...
Hello! You must be the traveler in Paimon? Mr. Flynn has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a...
The wild hunt? Oh, uh-oh. We better get over there. Come on, let's go!
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This...
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable.
He's not seriously still getting stronger?
Ah, everyone's here already.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to strike again, but it's like he just vanished into thin air. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of wild hunt activity while out here on patrol.
And we're sure that... Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon.
Traveler, there wasn't a shred of sanity left.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage.
Yeah, if I were him and I... Unless something went wrong.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind still have the wherewithal to cover their tracks so perfectly?
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies,
That actually sounds about right.
There are many unanswered questions here. Besides his name and title, we know little about him.
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't...
So, if we do nothing, last time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help... Paimon!
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla.
a perfectly reasonable hypothesis.
I agree, we should split up. Right now,
Wait, why Hisi Island?
if I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki rich ore, was it not?
That's right. Yes, it could well be a potential target of his.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But I guess we don't have much choice, right? And if we do run into Rerir, what then?
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. Run like the wind.
Didn't you say the third?
I don't know. Did I?
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as...
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go.
Any leads?
Nope, diddly squat. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Oh, I hate this feeling.
So, you guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word either.
I questioned a few Ratniki, and eventually, almost as if he knew someone was on to him.
He's been biding his time for a while now.
No idea.
All we can do now is hope that Aino and Anefa turn up some leads. Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it, I swear!
No. Silver Moon Hall! The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick! Why is he attacking the damsel elect? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
Barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by...
I have a question. When me and Anefa showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. We weren't there for the whole thing either.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database.
Wait, she's the moon god?
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon. I've never met that person before. But there was no why he holds me in such contempt. I cannot say.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you. But right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our #1 priority.
A counter-strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. No, I can't say that.
Running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have?
Well, I'm...
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you'll have plenty of time to make your...
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers. What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess.
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this.
Yeah. We can't... Besides, she'd pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now.
River's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But...
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything. After much reflection, I've realized that any relationship based on need is purely transactional. You were born here, and now you've returned.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. Very well then.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across...
It is. But I find it very rejected by the world. My power is dwindling.
What do you mean, reject?
The 3 moons belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was... The 3 moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the Frost Moon, yet moonlight has a way of blending together. But this method of recovery is painfully slow.
It's the Wild Hunt!
Even faster than we expected.
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party.
Then what are we waiting for?
With one heart, we pray.
The long sleep beckons.
They just keep coming. This is driving me nuts.
Rerear's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on ourselves to escape. This goes on much longer.
Protect us.
The night comes.
Ultimatum protocol. Installation chamber deployed.
With one heart, we pray.
Beware the creatures of the night. Be silent.
Annihilation mode.
By the Frost Moon of old.
Observe. The long sleep beckons.
For the everlasting forest.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Who are you? Uncle Varka! You're back from partner? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole.
Oh, is that where I think it is?
That's the one. Come on, move!
Wow! Where are we?
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network, aka the Black Market of Intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's as an expeditionary force on foreign soil. Working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. You look way younger than Paimon expected.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though.
Another?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the...
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't...
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now.
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in Nodcry is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. That's a lot to take in.
I'm truly sorry. You stood with us against the wild hunt.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised, but now that a new variable has come into play...
A new variable?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence... That said, while I was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, I don't know who or what could pull something like that off.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log. A nod...
Oh,
Another dead end. Guess I'll... Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be... I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. But is it even possible? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari. Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here.
what if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon. They say that back then, I now bear the Frost Moon's power.
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon.
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon's marrow.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things.
According to my analysis, this.
I know a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
The Experimental Design Bureau?
Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted.
Then that's settled. Next up, as you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt, people's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. The wild hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now.
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead...
But where would we even start?
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machine.
She heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal.
Deed, since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rarier. We can't do this without the Curatorium.
Wait a sec. How did you... Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius'...
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides...
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh? Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved?
What if we told you, we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say, you'd better make it worth my while.
I can't put a price on something like this. If you insist on
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning...
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, things got really dangerous during the fight with Rarier. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. If there's any way...
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favor. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Flynn's. That fragment that...
Of course.
Let me borrow it.
Wait! You...
Shh. This is top secret information.
I get it. And that brings me to the third and final item. I'm in for this part.
Count me in.
Come off it, you two! Quip! I'm way ahead of you here. Enough did a scan of the moon goddess. Once they're ready, we'll deploy the
I like it.
No biggie.
All right then. Once your team has finished their mission,
Lady Damselette, we've been doing our best to mind our own business lately.
Huh! You really think that's gonna scare us off?
We're not looking for any trouble.
Do I need to remind you, out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against?
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat that?
No, my lady.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that,
I promise it's nothing big.
it seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to...
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What? Huh? You mean the name?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... what is it you need to speak to her about in...
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him. Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? First Rosaline, now you? I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than the multi-centenarian goddess, who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offering?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time.
Well, duh. Why else? Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. I just got tired, that's all. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real. That might be your plan. Huh? What do you mean? Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this. Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself? You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. Go on, get out of here. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. Don't tell me what to do. Look, if you're leaving, make it quick, or you'll just get in my way. Stare all you want, Columbina.
I know.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your wild hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on... Polonia, get in!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey! Over here, you...
Cursed moon. Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past?
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from...
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss, I guess this must be Sumero decor?
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned.
Whenever we wish. I've never faced Rarir myself. I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets.
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. And also how to make sure I come out of this alive. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may otherwise be.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's bad luck.
For once, I agree with you. Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind.
Find who?
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Hey!
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that...
Dori Sangama Bay?
If you want to make it big in Nodcry, it's all about connections. It was back when I first arrived in Nodcry. And wouldn't you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Plus, any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is nothing if not generous. So, let me guess.
You guessed correctly.
The one type of gear I've never been short on. At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are
You're...
a powerful woman, make no mistake. If you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here.
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that?
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, this is for my personal use only!
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now...
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all.
See you later!
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. So remember. Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be Conrian. Simple furnishings. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnar. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Anyway, I'll keep exploring.
Hi, Rivier. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack.
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things, but if he invites me again, chances are I'd still go.
The Lindis. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground? That would explain why they use so much stone in their building. They even use alchemically modified strains for food.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Making a big purchase. He really is a professional, despite what he's become. Did Riri rip it out himself?
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was nothing more than a stagnant pool, the burial place of a fallen moon. It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away.
This is just trivial sentimentality from the burial place of a fallen moon.
Rerir, over here.
Dane! Oh, and, Vedalfin here? What a surprise to see you here, sir.
Hello there, Rerir. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink.
Well, I'm flattered.
So, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question?
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even greater god?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then?
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself even know?
Of course he does.
Me? Same old, nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Ved?
It's nothing. Vadafulnir, Dainslift's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary. And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King's blades? Why did he react so strongly? Was it really to do with what we were talking about?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. Perfectly normal. As frightening as this monster is in the present.
Felindus? You're back early?